It was in 2012 when I left my family to head off to a new life in the Philippines. It was sad to say goodbye, but I thought I would be coming back regularly to visit. We had a final family meal and then I headed off with my 2 bags. When I arrived at Davao Airport, on the island of Mindanao, Rowena was there with several friends to meet me. They drove me home to St. Therese subdivision. That was when I met Cristel and Harvey for the first time. They were to play a big part in my life from then on. Shortly after, another young boy, a nephew, joined us. His name was Boknoy, and would be living at our home. But within months, tragedy struck and I became seriously ill, having to fly back to the UK for hospital treatment. It took me 5 years to have the health and resources to return. We kept in touch and I did my best to support the family in my absence.
Let all associate therefore in this
Bago po tayo
great
pagsimula sa kanilang pag-iisang dibdib, magkakaroon po tayo ng isang paunang pananalita mula kay Ray. So sa tingin ko po kayo ay kamag-anak lahat ni Rowena. Pleased to meet you all. So ako po si Marisa Solito. Ako po ang miyembro ng Local Spiritual Assembly ng Bacoor. Ang Local Spiritual Assembly po ng Bacoor ang nagkakasal sa mga Baha'i. So, sa pamamagitan po ng isang solemnizer na siya po ay otorisado ng naayon sa Philippine law, siya po ang mag-legalize ng wedding. So, for our first part, we will only have opening remarks from Ray.
First of all, I'd like to thank you all for coming. It means a lot to us, and we're very grateful. And I'd like to thank our centres for you to come as well, and make all this possible. I've been a Baha'i for 22 years now, I think, and I've been a Baha'i living in 5 different countries. So I'm not an all-travel Baha'i. And so it was very important to me that we had a Baha'i wedding here in the Philippines. Just a couple of things I want to add. You're all doing it, but while you're indoors, you could wear masks except when you're speaking or eating, of course. It would be very much appreciated. I hate to kill you all off. Yeah, there's no rush for today. We do have to resort until, well, tomorrow morning. So you can come and stay until you wish. Right, I'm sure the opening remarks there said a couple of these things, but I'm going to say them again anyway because I have no idea what was said. Personally, the Baha'i Faith, it's probably a new concept to many of you. Mostly when I say Baha'i, people say, what? I'm used to it. But it is in fact the second most widespread religion in the world. We're in more countries than any other religion other than Christianity. So we're not some small people there. We don't have priests. We don't have clergymen. So there's nobody there interpreting God's writings for us. They're written down and we can read them and understand them. And by talking together, we reach an understanding. A couple of things that the Baha'is believe in. I'm not going to go through them all, but a couple of ones that mean something to me is religion and science must agree. Now, I find that quite important. If religion and science don't agree, it means one of them's wrong. So they have to agree. Perhaps we don't have a full understanding at any given moment, but they must agree. And secondly, there's only one race, the human race. Nations and all these artificial divisions are meaningless. Right, there's a running order of the event on the tables for you. I've scattered a few around. I'm sure you don't all want one personally, but how it's actually going to start is Christelle is going to say a prayer for us, a Baha'i prayer in Tagalog, and then we'll go on from there. Baha'i prayers, we have lots and lots of prayers that have been written down, and they have a special power, special meaning, and we've selected a couple of them today that are related to weddings. That's it really, I'm not going to bore you too much. As I say, just once again, thank you for coming. I hope you find this different sort of wedding enlightening, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the day.
So, ito na po ang talagang proper wedding, no? Sisimulan na po natin. Magkakaroon po tayo ng opening prayer at Christelle. Yan pong dasal na yan ay mula sa dasal ng Baha'i. At magkakaroon po ng mga babasahin sa mga kasulatang Baha'i. Pagkatapos po ay magkakaroon ng introduction. Ano ba itong Baha'i Wedding? Paano ba ito tinitignan? Paano ang tungkol sa Baha'i Wedding? Ano ang kahalagahan nito? So, yun po mamaya ay babasahin. Pagkatapos po, i-recite ng mag-asawa, ng couple, yung verse na kinakailangan para po sila ay magkasal. Katulad din po ng kasal sa Kristiyano, may binabanggit din po sila, di ba po, na pangako. So sa Baha'i, yun po ang sasabihin nila. So maririnig niyo po yun mamaya mula sa kanila. Pagkatapos nun, magpipirmahan po ng dokumento na katulad din po na ginagawa sa kasal ng Kristiyano. So bago po tayo magsimula sa kanilang pag-iisang dibdib, magkakaroon po tayo ng isang paunang pananalita mula kay Ray. So sa tingin ko po kayo ay kamag-anak lahat ni Rowena. Pleased to meet you all. So ako po si Marisa Solito. Ako po ang miyembro ng Local Spiritual Assembly ng Bacoor. Ang Local Spiritual Assembly po ng Bacoor ang nagkakasal sa mga Baha'i. So, sa pamamagitan po ng isang solemnizer na siya po ay otorisado ng naayon sa Philippine law, siya po ang mag-legalize ng wedding. So, for our first part, we will only have opening remarks from Ray.
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank you all for coming. It means a lot to us, and we're very grateful. And I'd like to thank our centres for you who come as well and make all this possible. I've been a Baha'i for 22 years now, I think, and I've been a Baha'i living in 5 different countries, so I'm not an old-travelled Baha'i. And so it was very important to me that we had a Baha'i wedding here in the Philippines. Just a couple of things I want to add. You're all doing it, but while you're indoors, you could wear masks except when you're speaking or eating, of course. It would be very much appreciated. I hate to kill you all off. Yeah, there's no rush for today. We do have to resort until, well, tomorrow morning. So you can come and stay until you wish. Right, I'm sure the remarks there said a couple of these things, but I'm going to say them again anyway because I have no idea what was said. Personally, the Baha'i Faith it's probably a new concept for many of you. Mostly when I say Baha'i, people say, what? I'm used to it. But it is in fact the second most widespread religion in the world. We're in more countries than any other religion other than Christianity. So we're not some small little there. We don't have priests. We don't have clergymen. So there's nobody there interpreting God's writings for us. They're written down and we can read them and understand them. And by talking together, we reach an understanding. A couple of things that the Baha'is believe in. I'm not going to go through them all, but a couple of ones that mean something to me is religion and science must agree. Now, I find that quite important. If religion and science don't agree, it means one of them's wrong. So they have to agree. Perhaps we don't have a full understanding at any given moment, but they must agree. And secondly, there's only one race, the human race. Nations and all these artificial divisions are meaningless. Right, there's a running order of the event on the tables for you. I've scattered a few around. I'm sure you don't all want one personally, but how it's actually going to start is Christelle is going to say a prayer for us, a Baha'i prayer in Tagalog, and then we'll go on from there. Baha'i prayers, we have lots and lots of prayers that have been written down, and they have a special power, special meaning, and we've selected a couple of them today that are related to weddings. That's it really, I'm not going to bore you too much. As I say, just once again, thank you for coming. I hope you find this different sort of wedding enlightening, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the day.
Ito na po ang talagang proper wedding, no? Sisimulan na po natin. Magkakaroon po tayo ng opening prayer kay Christelle. Yan pong dasal na yan ay mula sa dasal ng Baha'i. At magkakaroon po ng mga babasahin sa mga kasulatang Baha'i. Pagkatapos po ay magkakaroon ng introduction. Ano ba itong Baha'i Wedding? Paano ba ito tinitignan? Paano ang tungkol sa Baha'i Wedding, ano ang kahalagahan nito. So, yun po mamaya ay babasahin. Pagkatapos po, i-recite ng mag-asawa, ng couple, yung verse na kinakailangan para po sila ay maikasal. Katulad din po ng kasal sa Kristiyano, may binabanggit din po sila, di ba po, na pangako. So sa Baha'i, yun po ang sasabihin nila. So maririnig niyo po yun mamaya mula sa kanila. Pagkatapos nun, magpipirmahan po ng dokumento na katulad din po na ginagawa sa kasal ng Kristiyano.
Wala mo man tayo sa iyong dunong na makapangyarihan sa lahat, iatas kong magsipag-asawa ang mga tao upang ang mga salilain ng tao ay magsusunod-sunod sa walang katiyakang daigdig na ito ay upang magpakailanman. Habang ang daigdig ay nananatili, sila'y maging abala sa pintuan ng iyong pagkaisa sa paglilingkod at pagsamba. Nang may pagbati, pananambalan at pagpupuri. Hindi ko nilikha ang mga espiritu at mga tao, kundi upang sila'y sumagasama. Gayon, pag-isahin mo sa langit ng iyong habag ang 2 ibong ito na pugad ng iyong pag-ibig, at gawin silang tagapag-akit na walang hanggang hiyaya. Nag-upang sa pag-iisa ng 2 dagat na ito ng pag-ibig, ay dumagsa ang isang alam ng pagkakasuyo at inayos ang mga perla sa ilang at mabuting isusin sa 2 pasigan ng lunas. Pinawalan niya ang 2 dagat na itong magkakasya sila. Sa pagitan nila ay may isang hadlang na hindi nila matawla. Ayon sa mga pagpapala ng iyong Panginoon at iyong itatangin. Buhat sa bawat isa, siya ay nangangamu ng malalaki at nangingigibalas. O ikaw na mabait na Panginoon, gawin mo ang pag-isang bibig na ito at makapagbigay ng paralas at tula. Tunay na ikaw ang malakas sa lahat. Ang pinakadakila ang laging nagpapatawag.
Abase not the station of the learned and Baha, and belittle not the wrongfuls as rulers, as administer justice amidst you. Set your reliance on the army of justice, put on the armor of wisdom. Let your adorning be forgiveness and mercy, and that which cherisheth the hearts of the way favoring of God.
A pleasant morning to everyone. On behalf of the local spiritual assembly of Bacoor, I am honored that you are here to witness the union of Raymond, Brocklesby, and Rowena, Mellomida in this Baha'i Wedding ceremony. Since the groom is a member of Baha'i Faith, and perhaps it is your first time to witness this ceremony, I would like to share some views of what is a Baha'i marriage based on the Baha'i holy writings. Marriage is explicitly enjoined by Baha'u'llah, the prophet founder of the Baha'i Faith, which began in 1844. Baha'u'llah writes, "And when he desired to manifest grace and beneficence to men, and to set the world in order, he revealed observances and created laws. Among them, he established the law of marriage, made it as a fortress for well-being and salvation, and enjoined upon us in that which was sent down out of the heaven of sanctity in his most holy book. God hath prescribed matrimony unto you. Enter into wedlock, O people, that ye may bring forth one who will make mention of me amid my servants. This is my bidding unto you. Hold fast to it as an assistance to yourselves." Therefore, dear friends, marriage is a divine law created by God for men in order to bring forth children who will make mention of God on earth. Marriage is defined in the Baha'i Faith as a union between two consenting adults, a woman and a man. Abdul-Baha, the eldest son of Baha'u'llah and the center of his covenant, has stated the following in this regard: Baha'i marriage is the commitment of the two parties, one to the other, and their mutual attachment to mind and heart. Each must, however, exercise the utmost care to become thoroughly acquainted with the character of the other, that the binding covenant between them may be a tie that will endure forever. Their purpose must be this: to become loving companions and comrades, and at one with each other for time and eternity. True marriage of Baha'is is this: that husband and wife should be united both physically and spiritually, that they may ever improve the spiritual life of each other, and may enjoy everlasting unity throughout all the worlds of God. This is Baha'i marriage. In another tablet he has written, "O ye believers in God, the Lord, fearless is He, hath made woman and man to abide with each other in the closest companionship, and to be even as a single soul. They are two helpmates, two intimate friends who should be concerned about the welfare of each other. If they live thus, they will pass through this world with perfect contentment, bliss, and peace of heart, and become the object of divine grace and favor in the kingdom of heaven. But if they do other than this, they will live out their lives in great bitterness, longing at every moment for death, and will be shamefaced in the heavenly realm. Strive then to abide, heart and soul, with each other as two doves in the nests, for this is to be blessed in both worlds. Baha'u'llah has clearly stated the consent of all living parents is required for a Baha'i marriage. This applies whether the parents are Baha'is or non-Baha'is, divorced for years or not. This great law he has laid down to strengthen the social fabric, to knit closer the ties of the home, to place a certain gratitude and respect in the hearts of children for those who have given them life and sent their souls out on the eternal journey towards their Creator. The local spiritual assembly deeply congratulates you, Raymond and Rowena, and may your marriage be blessed by the Almighty.
Let all associate, therefore, in this great human garden, even as flowers grow and
Oh, yun si Mama!
Raymond, I love you.
Well, I'm told I must make it short because I'm hungry.
Hurry up! Hurry up!
When, thank you very much. I do love you very much. It's dangerous having you on microphone. I sense it all. But when doesn't want to shy. The people together, I thank you very much for that was quite a statement ceremony, as you can see. So you've now been to a Baha'i wedding. I'm going to leave it up to you. Enjoy your meal. Enjoy it the rest of the day. Share our happiness.
O my Lord, these two bright orbs are wedded in thy love, conjoined in servitude to thy holy trustful, united in ministering to thy cause. Make thou this marriage to be as wedding lights of thine abounding grace. O my Lord, the all-merciful and luminous ways of thy bestowals, O thou the beneficent, the ever-giving, that there may branch out from this great repose, that will grow great and flourishing to begins to bring down from thy clouds of rain. Verily, thou art the generous. Verily, thou art the Almighty. Verily, thou art the compassionate, the all-merciful, Abdul Baha.
That love through deep and show that love. Let all associate, therefore, in this great human garden, even as flowers grow and blend together, side by side. Let all associate, therefore, in this great human garden, even as flowers grow and blend together, side by side. Even as flowers grow and blend together, side by side, by side. Deeds and show that love. Let all associate, therefore, in this great human garden, even as flowers grow and blend together, side by side. The tongue of grandeur hath however in the day of his manifestation proclaimed it.
This is a preview file. For example use only.